So it seems that a lot of people missed the point in my first video of why I left TikTok. So this video is going to be like a life update, Q&A, really clarifying where I'm taking this channel and just all the things that I don't really think I mentioned in that first video. So for one thing, I did not watch that video back. I know that if I watch it, I won't keep it up. So I'm not going to watch it back, but I don't think I actually introduced myself. So my name is India and my name on the internet is BME Queen because when I started being a content creator, I was a biomedical engineer. So BME is biomedical engineer. And then Queen because I'm a queen. And also because I'm a huge Beyonce fan and have been my entire life. My very first concert was actually Destiny's Child. So I know that may age me just a little bit, but I love Beyonce so much. That's kind of like me paying homage to Beyonce in a very weird super fan type of way. But I do have my phone here, which I'm gonna just make sure I go over the things I want to talk about in this video. I finally got my camera back so I can record and still look at my phone. So I made that video about leaving TikTok a few weeks ago, and it was really when I had solidified the decision in my mind. And I obviously was still very emotional about it and really I guess nervous about where I was taking my content creation journey and what I was going to be doing. But it seems as though a lot of people from TikTok actually did see the video. So the algorithm was algorithming. So I'm happy that people that were following me on TikTok are now following me here on YouTube. That's really exciting. But it also seems as though the critical men that I blocked on TikTok have found me here on YouTube, so I will still keep blocking them here on YouTube. The same rules apply. If you decide to be, disrespectful of my channel, don't worry, you will be blocked and handled accordingly. So that's that on that. But I think the reason why I still haven't watched that video back is because I am usually not really a vulnerable person online. And that was the first time I really opened up and became vulnerable. And I did it because I was like, you know what, nobody's gonna see this. So whatever, it doesn't matter. And what I've realized since that video has become active and now people have been responding to it is that a lot of people are extremely, and I mean extremely uncomfortable with seeing Black women show any emotion that isn't anger, that isn't aggression, that isn't superhuman strength. And it's really sad that Black women aren't given the space to actually be gentle and to be soft. And for one thing, I am very soft. I think since I went to therapy, it really helped me become in touch with my emotions because that part of me was always so cut off and never actually expressed. I was not really one to express my emotions prior to therapy. I just think it's so sad that from both the critical men that I was blocking on TikTok, but also other women that feel like I shouldn't express those emotions. I think vulnerability is incredibly powerful. And although this is my first time being, very vulnerable on the internet, I don't regret it. I don't, because I am a human experiencing human emotions. It is very normal to be sad. It is very normal to have your feelings hurt. It is very normal to just be hurt by something. And I don't think that I should put aside something for the sake of a job. And I grew up in an environment where I watched people live the same lives every single day. Day after day, it was the same thing, but also year after year, and probably even decade after decade, where it was just the mindset of, I have to work this job because it's my only choice. I have to suck it up because it's my only choice. Or everybody hates their job, so just get over it. And I am someone that never got over it. I saw those people be a zombie in their own lives, and I never wanted to be that for myself. I never got over it, right? I never wanted to be so lax in my own life. And I think that has really led me to where I am right now and where I am today. But I don't believe that you have to suck it up to work a job or that you have to suck it up for the sake of money. And yes, that's a very privileged take. Everybody isn't in this position to, be a creator and to make this their full-time job. However, you can manifest the life that you want, regardless of whatever life you are living right now. And I think that was lost to some people, although quite a few people did get the message, but that you can really do whatever it is that you want to do in this lifetime. I pursued engineering for a lot of different reasons, most of which weren't really my own reasons. A lot of them, those reasons were guided by society and society's expectations. And I completely threw that in the trash. And I haven't been happier since. Like, I just live a life of my dreams, and I live a soft life. And I know that also makes people very, very uncomfortable to see Black women living a soft life, because they're so used to seeing Black women struggle and, again, be angry and be aggressive and be all these other things. But I have always wanted my channel and my social media to be what I needed to see when I was younger. When I was an engineer, I wanted to be that person to show people that, you know, they can be an engineer, that they can be in this field where we're underrepresented. But when I transitioned to content creation, it really became more of me showing that you can be something else. Like, you don't have to follow society's expectations of what you need to do. Like, you can, there are no rules in life. There are laws. Don't break the law. I'm not saying that. Do not break the law. Okay, but there aren't any actual rules in life. If you are a librarian today and you are like, actually, I really just, deep in my heart, I want to be a chef, you can be a chef. You can change your mind too. Like, you don't have to stay stuck into this singular mindset of what you have to do in this life. And I'm not saying it's going to happen for you overnight. Being a creator didn't happen for me overnight. I've been a creator for 4 years, going on 5. It happened by accident, to be totally honest. And I talked about that in the video. And it has changed my life so much. And I've seen other people too pivot, you know, from one career to another. And they both of those careers don't have anything to do with content creation. But my point is, you don't have to follow the typical steps or the traditional steps of what society has taught you. And I am a visual, physical representation that you can do something that you genuinely enjoy and make money from it. And I know it's gonna be controversial for people, and people just like don't want to hear that, but I'm telling you, it is totally 1,000% possible. And now that I live this soft life, a lot of my channel, a lot of my vlogs is about this new life that I'm living, that I'm still honestly getting used to. I didn't always live like this, but I think if I were a child and I would have seen my content today and knowing that this life is possible for someone that looks like me, it would have had such a huge impact on my life. Like, it just a great, huge impact on my life. And as I've just been reflecting these last few days, you know, like seeing people's comments and just like thinking about like what even brought me to here, I actually remembered, like unlocked this memory that I used to create the videos like for my family vacations. So we used to always go on trips, and I was just that person that was always recording and like had a phone in my hand or had a camera or something. And I would go back home and I would go on, we had this like little MacBook like mini, and it was, you know, we had like a desktop and everything. And I would spend hours editing videos that only my family would see, right? That we would just like watch back and just like laugh over and just like enjoy our vacations. And I ended up doing that for like my highlight reels when I played field hockey and I wanted to play field hockey in college. Like, I made my own field hockey like highlight tape for colleges to see. And I totally like threw that away because I decided to go on this path that society told me was the right path of, you know, becoming an engineer. And I don't regret getting my degree. I don't regret like any of it, but eventually I did find content creation again. And this is now my job. Like, I knew, I guess at a young age, that like this was something that I really was interested in. And I didn't know that I was something that I could make money from. And I didn't see anybody making money from it. So now that it is now my full-time job, it is just so powerful to me to be able to like do this and to be able to even have a direct impact on people. Because again, I didn't feel like I even had an impact on people when I was an engineer. I didn't feel like I could like directly impact my community. Or if I were to, it would be like, you know, decades or centuries even down the line. But all that to say, my channel is really going to be a safe space for people to, one, see themselves changing their lives. So I know a lot of people commented and that, you know, like this was like their sign to just like take the first step and take the leap into something other than the career they've been doing for the last few years. And I encourage that. Like, I love seeing that. I actually read this book called, oh my gosh, The 5 Regrets of Dying by Bonnie. I think her name is Bonnie. I'll have to look it up. But the things that stuck out with me about this book, so Bonnie was a nurse in palliative care, and she used to care for people right before they would die, like their last like few months. And, you know, she would talk to people, and a lot of them had the same regrets, you know, when they were essentially on their deathbeds. And when I read this book, it was when I was really at a low time in my life, and I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do in life. But the things that stuck out to me, like out of the 5 regrets, so the first one was, I wish I had told people how I truly felt. And again, I wasn't someone that was really emotional or I was emotional, but I wasn't someone that would typically share my feelings. So that kind of encouraged me to just like tell people what I feel when I'm feeling it. It's definitely changed the way I communicate in my everyday life. The second thing that really stuck with me was I wish I had worked less. That one stood out so much because at the time I was working like 60-hour weeks. And like work was my life, and I didn't have a life outside of work. And I knew I wanted a life where I could actually enjoy the pleasures of life, like the nice things in life, not just luxuries, but just like enjoy having the freedom of time and being able to do things on my own time and not have to, clock on to anyone else or ask anyone else for time off. Like I knew I wanted a different life for myself. And then the other regret out of the 5 that stuck out to me was I wish I had the courage to do the things that I truly wanted to do. That stuck out to me because I knew I wasn't doing the thing that I truly wanted to do. And at the time I didn't know what that thing was. I just knew that it wasn't engineering. I want this channel to be a place where people feel safe to not only try something new, but also get out of their comfort zone and start to live a life that's excited to live every single day, that they just want to get up and do and don't have to force themselves out of bed to go to. Like you don't have to force themselves to drive to work every day or, to do something that they know they are unhappy with. But I know that doesn't happen overnight. It didn't happen for me overnight. Like I said, I've been doing this for almost 5 years. And I'm not saying that everyone has to be a content creator either. You can do whatever you want. If you want to start a coffee shop, go for it. I love that for you. I love coffee shops. I'll come visit you in person. But in the meantime, while you are trying to pursue things that you want to do, I want the channel to just be a space where you can relax, and just kick your feet up. Your kids get on your nerves. Your partner is driving you crazy, or your manager is micromanaging you and won't give you a goddamn break. I just want this channel to be a place where you can turn it on and it'll be your comfort show. That we could just hang out like girlfriends. When you go for a day with your friends, you go to brunch and then you stop by Target and then, you walk around the store and y'all just talk and chat and laugh and, kiki all day. Like that's what this channel is. That's what I want it to be for you as well. And I mean, for one thing, we go to Target all the damn time on this vlog. And it's not even planned too. I just somehow always end up in Target. And the Target has a chokehold on me, clearly. But I want it to be a place where you can just kick your feet up and just relax and chill and, grab a snack because I love a snack. I love something sweet. And we can just hang out and talk. And it doesn't even matter what we talk about. Like, when you hang out with your best friends and you come back home and, whoever is there will ask you like, oh, what did you do? Like, what y'all talk about? Like, I don't even know what we talked about, but I had a good time and I can't wait to see her again next month. Like, that's what this channel is supposed to be. And that's what's going to continue to be. And I am still going to be traveling. I'm still going to be sharing my travel tips and all the things that I'm learning as I'm going because I still want to encourage people to travel solo. It's something that I love doing. It's something that I've been doing also for years and I really, really enjoy. And I want to give people, like, if I could just take my courage and give it to people, that is exactly what I want to do. And I don't really think that's all that possible, but at least I want to just encourage people to get out and see the world and try something new. Like, just get out of your comfort zone and like, who cares if you look ridiculous? So what? That's part of the joy from it. Like, I make fun of myself on this channel all the time, just trying new things and getting turned around. And, honestly, sometimes I'm even disappointed by how things turn out, but that's all a part of the experience. It's all a part of life. And I just find so much joy in that. And I want to convey that joy in this channel. So hopefully that is what you get from it. If you're like, oh, that's not for me, that's cool. You don't have to stay. I'm not forcing anybody to stay on this channel. But yeah, I just want to make that clear. And I am going to go through some of the other questions that people asked too at this part, but I just had to get that out in the first bit. So someone did ask me how I am doing since I posted this video. So I made the video a while ago and I've been off TikTok for a few weeks now. And in just the 5 days of me being off TikTok, like by the time I made that video, I have seen literal physical results in my life that I'm like, wow, TikTok actually had a hold on me. I used to sit in bed and scroll for hours before I even got out of bed. So at least an hour and a half, sometimes even 3. I also used to wake up in the middle of the night and doom scroll. And since I've been off of the app, my account is still active, but I don't actively scroll. I don't actively post. So since I've been off the app, I just feel like I kind of have my life back where I am purposefully out of the loop and I love it. It's quiet. There's no noise. There's no one talking about anything. I wake up in the morning and I get out of my bed within 20 minutes, which is perfect for me. I also sleep really, really well. I sleep like a baby these days, y'all. It's the best. So So I remember saying that I don't know if I'll go back to TikTok. At this point, I don't think I will. I can't tell the future, right? I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but at least for right now, I feel very good about where I am mentally. The other thing that has always kept my mental health together since graduate school actually has been journaling. I journal every single morning, and in my toughest days, I journal at least 3 times a day. So like me and my journal are like this all the time. And I've been journaling more, and I've actually been like reading back some of my journal and just like recognizing like how different my life is even from a year ago. And I love that for me. I love seeing my own growth. I think the best part about social media, because there are negatives, but there are also a lot of positives. And I'm going to make a whole video about the negatives and positives of each platform that I've been on. But I think for me, the positive part has been seeing myself grow over the last 4 years. Like I see my old videos, and I even see my old vlogs. Like I'll watch them back on YouTube. And that's actually the reason why I started vlogging, because I wanted to watch my own life. So it had nothing to do with actually being like popular on YouTube. But I see my old vlogs, and I see just like different elements of my life. And I think that's so cool to be able to watch yourself grow. We're all living life for the first time. Like I make as many mistakes as the next person, and I just enjoy watching it. I enjoy creating it. I'm just really thankful that I even decided to go through this, because it is scary to put yourself out there online for other people to see. But I always create with the notion that I'm creating for myself. So yeah, I've been really great since I've been off the app, and I've been enjoying it so far. I've been enjoying creating for YouTube, and I've been in the middle of this 30-day challenge. So I set up a 30-day challenge for myself that I will post at least one long form video every single day. And it's been over 2 weeks at this point. So I'm enjoying it. I love it. And I'm going to keep going with it, keep going with YouTube and see where it takes me. But yeah, for right now, like mental health is great. We're doing great over here. Someone else asked me for my Buy Me a Coffee link. I didn't even know that was a thing. So I did create one, and that is going to be linked in the description box. It probably won't be a coffee because I don't really drink coffee. It'll probably be a matcha latte, or even probably be something sweet, because I love those little Cinnabons, like the mini Cinnabons with the pecans and the caramel on top. Oh, it's so good. Oh, if you got a sweet tooth, that's what you need to have. So yeah, I put my Buy Me a Coffee link in the description. And then other people have been asking, do I consult creators and help them like grow their profiles, specifically with TikTok or Instagram? No, I don't. I don't really think consulting is something that I'm interested in doing. I have considered it, and I have done some things on the side before, and it's not really something that I think I am really interested in. And I know that when I'm not interested in something, I don't give it my best foot forward. I'm not excited about it, and I know that's very bluntly conveyed, so I don't want to really go down that path. However, if you are a creator that doesn't know how to brand themselves, doesn't know, how to work with brands or how to pitch to brands or how to create a media kit. If you've been creating content, but you are still unsure of how this whole thing works, I do have a travel ebook in my bio, and it's for travel creators to learn how to really start monetizing their platforms. So it's really for people who already are creating content and want to take their content to the next level. I actually do have a creator course though, and that is for people who have no idea where to start. Like they don't know a single thing about social media. They don't know how to monetize. They don't know how to brand. They don't know what content to post. They don't even know how to come up with ideas. They don't know how to edit. They don't know, different resources. So all of that is in the travel creator course. I'm also going to link that in the description as well. So if you are interested in growing your social media and doing it in a way where you can monetize it to, eventually become either a stream of income for you or a full-time job, those links are going to be in the description box. Like I said, the ebook is for people who are already creators versus the travel course or travel creator course, which is for people who are pretty much starting from zero, starting from scratch. So that's going to be in the description box as well. Someone else asked me if I am mentoring students, so engineering students, and my answer to that is no. I haven't been interested in mentoring in a very, very long time. And anyone that has been in graduate school knows how traumatic and how gruesome graduate school can be. It really changes your life in a lot of ways that are negative. Was definitely negative for me. It has a different impact on everyone, but anyone that has gone through it knows that there is this like healing period that you go through after graduate school. And I feel like I'm still in the thick of it. I'm still really trying to heal from everything that happened when I was in graduate school. So I don't want to mentor students. It's just not something that I have an interest in. I am still connected in the field. I know plenty of people that are engineers, that are Black women or Black scientists, that are working in the field. But as you can imagine, they are overworked underpaid, underrepresented, underappreciated, and really stretched thin. So I just don't think it would be appropriate for me to put their contact information out there on the internet, because I know what working as a Black person in the science field is like, and I don't want to put that pressure on anyone else. So I'm not mentoring anyone, and I'm not going to recommend any mentors either. So unfortunately, you just have to look for someone else for that type of content and that type of guidance. It's just, I'm not going to be able to do it. The other thing that I wanted to mention is I'm really excited about YouTube. I am. It's so giddy. I feel like I'm a creator for the first time, like all over again. I do have a smaller following on here, but it feels like very homely, and I want to keep it very homely and very close. Like I said, I want it to be like your comfort show, and like my comfort show, like I put it on in the background, you know, and I will sometimes I'll turn on music and a comfort show, which is like, that kind of defeats the purpose, but I will do that and just hang out. Like I want it to be a place where people not only explore and learn something, because I stayed in school for so long because I genuinely love learning, and I read books so much because I just love learning. Like I love doing something new and just putting myself out there and put myself in my out of my comfort zone. And I want you to learn something from my channel, from every single video, whether it be, my travel creator tips that I post, or something from my vlogs, that I'll talk about as I'm going through life and just, exploring and growing. So yeah, that is really the vibe for this channel. Like I said, I'm still going to be traveling. I'm still going to be talking about skiing. I'm still going to be talking about tennis. I'm still going to be talking about things that I really enjoy. This is just really, I guess, a pivot in my creator journey. I'm really, really happy for the people that did find me back over here, that, left TikTok and are following me along here. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited for where it goes. I will also post updates about anything on my community page. I will be posting some short form content over here too, so you'll get a little dose of that over here. But it's mainly going to be on my Instagram. But yeah, I'm really excited about this. I'm really grateful for everyone that watched and engaged and commented. I haven't even begun to start commenting back, but I promise I will. And yeah, thanks so much for watching this video, but I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.